discussion, right? Okay, here. So what we are going to talk about now is the number of diagonals, right? So it's a hexagon. Do you all agree? So how many vertices it has? 6 of them, right? Everybody clear? Okay. Now we want to see how many diagonals from each vertex, right? Everybody clear? Okay. So you got, so say I took this vertex, okay? So there are 6 vertices, right? Makes sense? And when I'm looking at it, see this here? So I am in a way excluding how many vertices? 3 of them, right? Because the diagonal is defined as line segment connecting two non-adjacent vertices, right? Are we good? Okay. So there are 6 vertices. From each of them, we can do what? We can make how many diagonals? 3 diagonals, right? Are we clear? So the total number of diagonals in this case would be what? For each of these 6, these 6 vertices, I made 3 diagonals, right, Matt sir? Makes sense? Okay. Now notice this. In this thing, I repeated this twice, but because when I'm looking at this vertex, I'm counting this diagonal as well, right? So every diagonal has been counted twice, all divided by 2, right? Everybody clear? So that way, as I think Emily had counted for us before, we have total how many diagonals? 9, right? Okay, are we good? Make sense? Huh? It does. Okay. Now, okay, Rebecca, why don't you help me on this one now? The heptagon, right? Is it called a heptagon, right? No? So look at this. I have how many vertices here? 7. So when I'm looking at any of the vertices, okay, so for a diagonal, this vertex doesn't count, this vertex doesn't count, and this vertex doesn't count. Say yes or no. Okay. Yeah. Right? Got it? So how many vertices we will be connecting? 1, right? How many? 2. Oops. Okay, just a second. I hurried. 2, and I know our time is we have 2 minutes, which is a lot of time. 3, and how many? 4. So every vertex will give rise to how many diagonals? 4, right? Now notice this. This vertex creates this diagonal, and this also does the same thing, right?
Say it again. Which one is the same? That's what you're saying.
This from here to here, I have this diagonal, right? Yeah. Then from here to here, okay. So that's why when we count the total number of diagonals like created in this way, this and this, we can keep creating. I know we are running out of time, so very quickly. So for each of the 7 vertices, we got 4 diagonals, right? Makes sense? Since every diagonal is being counted twice, I'm dividing that total by 2. So what will I get? How many diagonals in this case total? 14 diagonals, right? So do this and then complete it. Okay. Very nice to meet you all. Yes, and yeah, and I shall,